Where's our opening? And welcome to the Grindhouse. I'm JC, your host, and tonight we are back after a couple of weeks of trying out the Vaesen RPG. So that was fun. We mostly did it to test out how Streamyard would handle the formatting for running live RPGs. It was a little messy. I think the first episode 0, less messier, and the second one, and then the last one. I think we kind of all had it down packed, or at least attempted to. But anyway, for those of you who watched, thanks for watching. For those of you who are going to watch this, again, welcome and thank you for watching. So before I start and ramble on and have everyone introduce themselves, I'm going to go ahead and do our spiel. So again, Patreon, do it. We do get some Patreon funding, and the $6 a month helps. But damn it, if you can make it $8, $10, $20 to help keep us going, that would be great. Buy our merch; it's out there. It's cool stuff. If you like our logos, then definitely you can wear one or do whatever. Drink coffee out of one. Speaking of coffee, we also have a coffee account. So if you don't want to dedicate to a Patreon patronage, and you're like, hey, that was a really cool show, I want to throw something at them other than bricks, I guess, you can definitely reach us on coffee.
Yeah, those bumpers don't pay for themselves.
No, I had to painstakingly write each bumper. It took me hours. All right. Well, as I said, I'm JC. I'm the host. Also game designer. I do other stuff too. I don't know. My brain is completely frazzled. If we just want to go around, Terry, and want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Terry Mixon. I write science fiction books, and boy, am I behind on my deadline.
What did Douglas Adams say? Deadlines. There's the pleasurable way that they whoosh on by, or something.
Yeah, the pleasurable sound they make as they fly by. Yeah, I've got a book that's due to the editor December 23rd.
Oh,
I think it's about 40% written.
Ouch.
Good luck.
Yeah, throw a. I don't know. I was about to quote Kathleen Kennedy, but I'm not going to.
Don't you sully us with her words. I'll make it. I've got a little bit of work to do, but I will make it.
All right. Gwen.
Hello, I'm Gwen. I'm a nerd, and I miss Mike.
Yeah. GM Mike or DM Mike, or however he whatever his pronouns are.
What's his pronoun? GM, DM, we don't know.
Storyteller.
Yeah. He's non-mastery. I don't know. Anyway.
So what's going on with it? Is he like gone for the entire month of December because of family stuff?
He's been on kid duty, so that's kind of where he's been.
Guy needs to make a decision whether or not
Priorities, damn it.
Yeah, is he a gamer or is he a father?
You can be both. It's like being multi-class, except that you don't get all the hit points if you're multi-class.
And you got to be an elf.
Yeah, you got to be an elf. Well, that's because if you dual class gamer and parent, it's a little bit different. But then you have to go up in each of the levels, and then stop and then go up in each of the levels. So
I've honestly never thought of it. That's a very accurate way of putting it.
You know-
Well, as a fifth level gamer, then I dipped a first level parent,
That sounds like you, James, because, first it's Conan Exiles to exclusively everything else. Then you have to switch away from that to the rest of your life.
yeah, well, Conan Exiles is life. I'm sure there's a Conan quote somewhere that
What looks good in life?
yes.
An unlimited Battlebit subscription.
And Bryce, say
Oh, yeah.
hello.
Bryce Biley, I am a failed actor. Let's see here. And if you've never had eggnog with tequila in it, you need to rectify that immediately.
Actually, I've never had, I always do brandy. Brandy's always been my go-to for eggnog. Rum sounds like it might be interesting,
Sounds
but
great.
I don't know if I do. I don't think people put vodka in it. That just kind of sounds gross.
Well, no point.
Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, it's
All right,
put
so-
in.
Malt liquor wine in my eggnog.
Eggnog and Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
Orange
a treat.
Jubilee.
So tonight's actually kind of casual because we script everything, of course. We're actually here to talk about Christmas. Christmas, Yule, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, El Malagueña, whatever holiday that you celebrate during the month of December, then definitely Eggnogueria, I think. Isn't that South American, John? Kind of the ancient natives of the rainforest celebrated that, I believe, in December, where they would worship an egg and then mix it with their version of fermented alcohol. Okay. Oh, that's actually what it is. Okay, I thought you were just kind of making things up, and it sounded fun. But no, actually, because the fact that we're all about consumerism and capitalism and making sure that our empties are completely filled with dust by the end of December, we're going to talk about some cool things that you can spend money on. To be honest, to kind of see what, I'm sure, as gamers, we have other loved ones or friends or family or whatever who are gamers. And sometimes you sit there and think, wow, well, what could I buy them? That's cool. So we're going to talk about some mainstream stuff. We're going to talk about some independent stuff and throw some links out there as we talk about them. So today's not going to follow our normal format. We're just going to kind of talk about games, why you think it's cool, and might be a good gift. Let me just see here. It looks like the bumper is still up. Is it? Oh well, because we want people to give us money, so we that's all. All right, so let me go back over here to our comments. So I guess we'll round robin this, and I'll start with my first suggestion, and then we can go around. So first, I'm going to hit on role-playing games mostly, because that's what I like to play. I mean, I do actually. I love board games, and I would definitely suggest if you don't own a copy of Lords of Waterdeep, to put that into your collection. Excellent game. Very strategy oriented with kind of the hint of D&D fantasy in it, so it's not very overwhelming. I think what Splendor, which is a game that I'm pretty much addicted to. It's a nice little game, and I recently saw that they do Disney and Marvel versions of it now, which really kind of made my skin crawl. It's why do we have to market to so many different? Well, whatever. I guess money. But the first one I am going to talk about here as games that would be kind of cool to have, and I'm going to try to preface this in the way of starter sets, because you can buy the game book, but honestly nowadays some of the starter sets are really, really, really nice. So I'm going to put this one in chat. It is for a game called Pendragon. Pendragon is a Arthurian myth RPG. So It's pretty old. I want to say the first edition came out in the early 90s.
I believe
And the
it's
only
earlier because I seem to remember playing it when I was in the Army in the 80s.
Well, 89 would be the. So here's the thing. Back in the day, I used to actually belong to a gaming group with the late, great Greg Stafford and his soon to be wife at that time, Suzanne. And I kick myself for it because I ended up selling it off. And now I would just kill to have it back. But Greg actually handed me, fresh off the press, the box set of the original Pendragon, signed and everything. I think he wrote some. I can't remember exactly what he wrote. I think he said more play, less test, and then signed it Greg Stafford. So I had that for years. And then when I moved to New York, I ended up selling off a lot of my box sets. And that was one of them. And I'm kind of sad now because that really meant a lot to me. But Chaosium has done a new. Hey, Dana. Chaosium has done a new series of box sets for their classic games. So Pendragon itself, let's see here. I can
While you're looking it up, I went and looked online. First edition came out in 85.
85? Wow. Ooh. Okay. So it was that long ago? Holy shit. Okay.
So I graduated high school.
I knew it was in the Army when I played it, so I knew it had to be.
Yeah, okay.
Back before I was a thought.
That means that I bought the first edition hot off the shelves and played it with the groups at the Army Rec Center when it was out. And I still have it on my shelf here somewhere.
So I'm just going to go ahead and share the screen here. So this is from Chaosium's site. The starter set's actually kind of nice. Chaosium does a really good job at their box sets. The box themselves hold up. They give you full color maps. They give you in some of their box sets even give you the means to generate your own characters and different booklets. I think there's even solo adventures in them. So for $30, and you can get it a lot cheaper other places, but it's an amazing buy. It's a nice box set. And if you have any friends, family, or loved ones who are really into the Arthurian mythos, this is definitely the game for you. And the reason I kind of frame it that way as well, because I have to say something negative about Wizards of the Coast.
Well, of course you do.
Is their starter sets are crap. Like they give you 5 pre-gen. So they did one called the Storm Wreck Island or something. It was their latest starter set. And it actually, the cover art looked like the original D&D cartoon from the 80s. So you had this impression that, oh my God, this is going to include the characters from that series. The box set itself was filled mostly with air. They gave you 5 pre-gens that were these random pre-gens that you could download offline. They then gave you I think a booklet and a map. And the book again had maybe 2 or 3 pieces of art with the D&D cartoon characters in it, but had nothing to do with the cartoon or Dungeon Master or Avenger or anything like that. So
nostalgia bait.
And they still charged you close to $30 for it. There's not much there. So the reason I'm just bringing that up is because you can't go wrong with starter sets by Free League, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Free League in a moment, and Chaosium. So if you're looking for a really solid starter set, really, really good price point, definitely the way to go. So I am going to stop my screen sharing as soon as I can find out how to do that.
I don't have the first edition. I remember now I had to replace it with the 4th edition because my first edition fell completely apart.
Yeah, no, 4th edition's really good. It's kind of the standard that most people have, and it's also, I think, was created around the time they did the Great Pendragon campaign, the book that could pretty much phone book size campaign that pretty much would probably take you years to complete. But anyway, enough from me. Anyone want to take a stab at what's cool out there for your Christmas buying?
Well, right now, Bundle of Holding has a special, 2 different specials running with Mongoose Traveler, 2nd edition. One of them is their basic starter set and some stuff that goes along with that. Got the email on that today and picked it up. And their new mercenary stuff. They also have a new bundle about that as well, so I picked that up as well. And I do love me some Traveler, so I'll be reading through that.
Let's see here. Just going to go ahead and share that for everybody. So there it is.
That's the Mercenaries, and there's another one, see where it says Mongoose Traveler? That's a separate one. That one right there is a different one. So there's got two of them running right now.
I'm curious what it includes for $17. Because the thing is, Mongoose Traveler is not cheap. Like the books themselves are incredibly expensive, and for whatever reason, so are the PDFs. Like, you kind of go, oh, if I'm going to spend $60 on a book, then the PDF at least has to be maybe $20, $15. Yeah,
no.
But yeah, $17 will get you the basic stuff here, but I think it's like 25, 20, 28 gets you the additional stuff. They always do these bundles in two sets. The basic set and then the advanced. Here you go. The Referee Collection has Highguard 2022 and some other stuff that goes along with it.
That's not bad. Does it include their... Well, it has the companion and the starter set. It's kind of sad they don't include the... I forgot what the book is called, but it's like the equipment manual. Oh, no, it does.
Oh, it is. It is. And it's right there. You're looking right at it.
All right. There's kind of a weird picture of a Muppet on the cover for some reason. Can we see a bigger picture of that? No. All right.
And go look at the other one, and you'll see that it is the... It says in 2022 they released their mercenary update. So this is a bunch of stuff for mercenaries and warriors fighting out there.
Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. I mean, yeah, Traveler has been equally out there as far as really early role-playing games. It's seen different companies. Like there's Mongoose Traveler. You can still get the original Traveler from Mark Miller.
Mm-hmm.
He has Traveler 5 out.
Yeah, which I heard is the most horrible.
The horrible math thing. I've got a copy of it. I'm like, oh my God, no.
Also can be used as a phone book or...
I only have the PDF. I don't have the book.
Well, also takes up all the RAM on your computer. But no, that is definitely a great... let me see. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put that link into the... what the hell just happened? All right. I want to put that link here into the chat. So for those, but yeah, and Bundle of Holding does some amazing collections. So it's definitely something to keep. Oh, they're doing for Shadowrun 3rd edition. That's pretty awesome. Blades of the Dark 2. Oh, what's Cornucopia 2023? It's probably like the collection. Oh, Agents of Cornucopia. Oh, Concordia, because I can read.
It's so close.
Yeah. All right, Gwen
it's
or
like
Bryce?
Providence and Province.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
You go, Gwen, because I don't give games as gifts. I don't give
Alrighty. So on the RPG side of things, I have to recommend Worlds Without Number. I talked about it a bit, I think, on the stream last week, but starting to do a campaign with it, and it is really nice for GMs because it's just like it does everything I need it to do. It gives me like encounter setups. It gives me methods to set up my world in a very digestible, easy to understand way that isn't overwhelming. It's got a lot of meat for GMs, but also has a lot of meat for players. Like, my players are enjoying looking through it. And as a GM who's looked more on the GM side of things, I was kind of worried about classes like Warrior compared to like Mage or Adventurer, which are the two most customizable classes in the game. And my friend was just like, yeah, Warrior isn't very customizable, but goddamn can it hit like a truck.
Yeah.
And It's a really good system, and it has a lot of nuance and options for you. If you don't like something, you can change it a little bit. And yeah, highly recommend if you're looking for a game to run.
To tie that back into bundle of holding, for another hour and a half, if you click the Sign Nominee tab on there, you will find World Without Numbers Revised and other things that you can still get in PDF format for a whole hour and 37 minutes.
Ooh, boy. I need to check that out.
12. That's a really good price. Huh.
Oh wow, that's so. How much is with the bonus collection?
Slide down to the bottom of the page, or click the Buy Now button up there. It'll take you to the bottom of the page where it is. It says you can get it for, scroll up a little bit. It says it right there, actually. I just saw it. A little bit more text on the screen right there. If you pay more than $26.82, so $26.83, you can click Other and pay $26.83, and it is yours, the whole thing.
Wow, that's not bad. So, Kevin Crawford is an amazing writer. His stuff is great. Anything he produces, he actually offers the artwork and everything up as free to use.
Wow.
Creative Commons. Yeah, he's actually out of New Haven, Connecticut. I've never met him. I've actually tried to get a hold of him to invite him to as a guest to Connecticon multiple times, but just a very hard person to get a hold of. But he is his stuff is really, really good, and he's even done some InDesign templates that he offers for free, that if you wanted to basically use it. So if you're interested in publishing like old school content that kind of looks like old D&D, you can go on to Drive Through RPG and search under Sin Nominee, and you can find all these like InDesign templates absolutely free that you can download and use. So if you're trying to design a game and don't have the skill to do templates, you have to have the skill to use InDesign, which kind of, I think,
and the program,
that negates some of it. But it's really nice to have templates where you don't have to like build the stuff on your own. So just a lot of drag and drop. So that's really good. All right, Bryce, you said you're have no thoughts on fun stuff to buy for gaming?
Unfortunately, as far as gaming things, it's funny. I guess I have my old school creds because I don't know any of the new games that are going on right now. Last time I backed a Kickstarter was, back in 2015 or so. So.
Wow.
I guess you're not a super backer then.
Yeah. I don't know. I was when Paranoia came out with the first huge re-update that they Mongoose did on that one right there. I backed it at the highest level, and all everything that was promised disappeared. But that's worth its own show.
All right, so then I will go next again, and the next game I'd actually like to kind of talk about, which is really cool, is let me get to that here and share the screen. So there's many reasons why I think this one is incredible. So let me just show this here, and that is the Blade Runner RPG. And again, I'm going with the starter set because the starter sets are pretty amazing. While you can get this on Modiphius's website, you can also just pick it up from Free League or Amazon. I put the link to it in our show notes. So if you're interested, and I think it's a little cheaper on Amazon because they've been recently having the sale. Terry and I both did the super duper Kickstarter with that.
Yep.
But one of the things that I think that is worth it in general, just for this set as a gift, is again, Free League does nothing cheap. If you've ever bought in those box sets that fall apart after you've opened it 2 times, or it's not big enough to hold any other material, that is not the case. In this book set itself, you get the specialty dice that it comes with. You get a rule book. You get a dossier of the various player characters. Unfortunately, this is not one that allows you to create your own character, so you have to play. I think they give you 4 different NPCs to play, or player characters that you can use. But one of the impressive things, and I want to see if they've actually put it here in the thing, is they give you a case file. So basically, Blade Runner, you're playing detectives from the movie genre. But one of the cool things that they did is they put their case file or their adventure in a manila envelope that includes pictures. So if you remember from the Blade Runner movie, when they were looking at that one still picture and they're like, click into, sector 772, whatever, and it would click, and it would bring in. So they include crime scene photos, but the crime scene photos actually have multiple versions of them in case you're basically honing in on a certain part of the picture that you're looking at. It gives you all kinds of fun props. It is an amazing deal. The game is really easy. It uses their Year Zero engine, which we did last week in Vaesen. And with all the cool stuff. So again, as you can see here, as I kind of like flip through, you have the various pictures that what you're looking at for clues. The set itself includes all this cool stuff, maps of Los Angeles, a newspaper, the ads for the off-world colonies that Terry's showing the envelope that it comes in. And it comes with the initiative cards. It comes with the Blade Runner deck. It comes with the dice. And then obviously it comes with the the rule book to play the game. So it is something that is way worth it for $21. I believe Dana asks, is In Nomine still around? Steve Jackson Games sells the PDF still. So I think they still own the property of it, but it's been out of print for years. I'm very happy that I have my core book and my GM screen hidden around somewhere. So yeah, I mean, look at all that stuff. Terry's holding the innards of that of that box set.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah. And again, compared to WotC's D&D starter sets, you're getting so much more. And I think if you get it from Amazon, not that I'm pimping Amazon because I shouldn't, you should go to your mom and pop brick and mortar store to pick up your games and give them some support and love. But if you get it from Amazon, you can pay $38.14 compared to the $51 that, and that's free shipping. All right, so go free shipping. All right. And I guess we'll go over to Terry. Terry, anything you want to suggest?
I have piles of stuff over here, but since we're talking going to the gaming store, I went and picked these up the other day.
Oh, nice.
These are the sketch cover versions of the new core rulebooks for Pathfinder. They're very nice. They have the same innards as the rest of the regular one, but they have these cool sketch covers that Paizo decided that they would primarily disperse those throughout gaming shops. They'll sell a few on their website, but the majority of the sales, if you want the sketch covers, you have to go to a local gaming store.
That's really cool.
Marketing idea.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And the one I think one of the reasons why I would suggest too picking up Pathfinder in general is one, so you can buy the hardcover books. You can actually play the game absolutely for free by going to like Archives of Nethys or getting like the PDF version off like the SRD version from Paizo itself. So Paizo has a really good formula with the way they sell things. I mean, they're like, sure. And, of course, obviously they're going to charge you for the adventures and things like that. But even special items that come from the adventures are free. You can go to like Archives of Nethys to get it. And it's not like Archives of Nethys is this black site on the darknet or something that sells or that gives away their stuff illegally, Archives of Nethys is partnered with Paizo to give you that information. So it's a good deal. You can spend money and buy their stuff, which is beautifully made. Their adventures are really top notch. Or if you don't have the money to do it, they understand and offer you everything that you could possibly want to play with for free.
And if you are having trouble understanding the rules at all, you can go to simplypf2e.com. Totally not shilling my own stuff.
And going back to box sets, allow me to suggest the One Ring starter set. Also from Free League, with piles and piles of cool stuff inside.
But if I'm not mistaken, the One Ring does not use the Year Zero engine.
It does not, but it's got these cool dice. Some of which this all came from Kickstarter, so I ordered the special dice.
Did you ever get your replacement D12?
I did. I even have I have the bad D12s here in a little baggie.
Now, what made them bad?
They had 2 number 1s.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a collector's item soon.
So yeah, I've got that lurking around on there. And if we are, I'm intending on running this sometime early next year as part of our online role playing. So I'm have to get myself buried in there. I'm waiting for my PDF for the Mines of Moria to come to me. They say it'll be out probably to the backers this year. So maybe a couple of weeks I'll have it in my hands.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I trust Free League to get out stuff when they say they will, compared to some other companies who,
And then there's this other fly-by-night place box set that I've got here for spies.
Ooh.
Yes, Top Secret New World Order, and you can find that I will put it into the chat.
Not TSR.
Well, this one is labeled TSR because I actually bought it when they were still using that. So this is going to be a collector's item right here, buddy.
Oh my God, yeah. If you're into comics collecting, you've got like the premium variant collection and misprints.
Yeah. And we actually, for Top Secret New Order, they just released Forged with Fire. It's weird that I'm just using they because I'm part of the company that publishes it, but I guess just not to sound biased.
It comes in this little bag.
Yep.
All kinds of stuff in there.
It doesn't come with an actual drop box to stick.
It has one of those office manila envelopes with secret information in it. Yeah. Lots of cool stuff here for the spies among you.
Oh my gosh. Of course, the little manila envelopes, definitely you have to be a certain age before you can remember that.
All right. So let's see. Gwen, anything you want to... I know that you had a couple more things.
Yes. I'm going to go for the dice.
Okay, and that was at the Splintered Tree?
Yeah, the Splintered Tree.
All right, I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and put that link, and then I'll bring that up on our web here and let people take a look.
So my mom got me these dice for me last year, I think. And I'm kind of mixed on them because on one hand they are really pretty, but on the other hand they are completely illegible. And they also come with a nice little token that has their logo on it, and it's hard to see, but it's like a D20. It says inspiration token.
Which dice did she? Oh, wow! They're the fine ore dice or whatever. But I can see this.
They have weight to them. I'm holding one right here, and it's very pretty. But it is hard to read.
Yeah, it looks more like, actual crystals on there.
Yeah.
John was saying that your inspiration token is actually a D2.
Oh,
I mean,
But-
it could be.
but look at this. I mean, yeah, if you look at this here, that's really hard to read.
Hmm. I would really recommend just for like the novelty, and like they do have a very nice like weight to them. Like it's not like a plastic die that kind of is just like weightless. Like this, I could feel this in my hand.
Have you tried to huck it at people? And
Well, I'm pretty sure if I did that with my D4, that'd be a war crime.
so let's see. I'm curious as to how much. Wow, $60 for that set.
Wow.
Yep. They
So-
are not cheap.
Yep, it is for someone you absolutely love to give a gift to, because that's a pretty.
Carved out of the desert.
But I'm sure you'd have these dice for a very, very long time. I mean, they're pretty sturdy, right? They're not like
Mhm.
if you roll them, they just start chipping and falling apart.
Exactly. They're very sturdy.
As opposed to those places you can go buy 55-gallon drums filled with dice.
Oh yeah, you go to Temu or AliExpress or any places like that. You can buy. Actually, I have a set of Temu dice here. It's hard. They're hard to see, but anyway, Temu dice, nice
Oh,
little
yeah.
set. These are like $1.99, but you know, and a lot of it, mugs of dice. Yeah, so there's no more excuses when we game, Terry, and you're like, oh, do you have a D6 around?
I got
Right.
plenty.
If I hear
I've
the
got
word
everyone
no,
but a D6.
but yeah, they are expensive, but they're nice. What else? It looks like they have some other stuff here. Let's
I'm pretty sure if I stepped on my D4, I would need to go to the hospital.
let's take a look here. So these are all their dice sets. They're all in the $60. Well, here's a African Bloodstone. Apparently, is cheap.
Oh yeah.
It's a bloodstone diamond.
But still,
And then the plastic dice are definitely a little bit cheaper. Well, no, these aren't. Oh, sunburst glass. So let's see. I want to go back because they actually had some. Can I go back on this thing? Yeah. So it looks like they do custom engraved book dice. Okay.
Mhm.
Dice trays, book dice trays, add-ons. Oh, I guess you can get like little dice rollers, dice. Oh, they have one of those wooden GM screens that probably no one would ever use ever.
But the novelty of it.
yeah, unless
Yeah.
you have a Matt Mercer podcast type game.
Yeah, I don't know. I love GM screens, but I've tried to use like generic things, and you know. So Dana, I'm trying to remember when you gave me dice. Believe me, it's been years. All right.
Don't let him fool you. He's lost them.
Or my cat ate them, or some other assorted thing. But actually, I have even my dice that I had back from when I used to go to Dungeon and play games there. I still have all those dice, so I'm not one that loses dice. So we're actually going to go to another Etsy shop since we're kind of on Etsy here for cool things to do. And I wanted to give a shout out to these people. Let me go ahead here and I will put the. Oh yeah, that is true. Oh my God. I still have them then. Like dice are the one thing that I never. They get broken up into different sets, put into different bags, but nope. For the most part, I probably still have them. I have way too many dice, but I've actually broken up now. Like I have certain sets that I take to certain games only, or so it's they're nice.
I bought a lot of dice in one of these companies. You could buy a whole bunch of sets of different dice. The ones in the mugs are the ones I like. I've got a bag of them in the closet of the ones that I didn't particularly care for.
Bags of dice in the closet. All right. So Tower House Creative is another Etsy store that they don't have many things here. They do kind of they sell their own personal book that's like usable with any game system, that comes with a bunch of like lists that if you're game mastering you can, refer to. But one of the things I bought from them, and I haven't even taken it out of the packaging because the packaging's so damn cool, I don't even want to do it. And it comes with a cool sticker and a little
cool.
mini book. It's called Fate Mill. And $25. So you're just sitting there going, wow, why would I spend $25 for this book or this die? But it's interesting. So there's a YouTuber that goes by the Servant of Shiloh, and I think his YouTube channel is Extreme. Oh god, now I gotta look it up. Expert this I follow him, but since I follow so many damn people, it's called RPG Elite. That is the I'll just go ahead and put that in the chat too. I will give a warning straight up, is that the guy is it didn't take. Hold on. No. Okay, let me try this again. There we are. Copy and paste. There it is. The guy's really cool. He's a little overly religious sometimes in his thoughts, but he's actually very entertaining. And but anyway, he was actually doing the solo Vaesen on his stream. And he was talking about how he actually figured out the decisions on what he was going to do next in the solo story, and he uses this die. So it's so when he rolls it, so it actually, Bryce, this looks like it would be great to teach like Ren Fair improv.
Well, only if you just keep doing yes and.
Yeah, or no and. Yes, but anyway, it generates just these various ways to go. So if you're game mastering and you kind of you're stuck as to how to respond to something, you can just roll the Fate Mill and move along with it. It's neat. It's probably not going to be too useful in the future, but I like to have really weird novelty dice like this. And yeah, it's $25, but to be honest with you, for the packaging, and they're really awesome people, whoever they are over there at whatever they're called. I'm so bad. I'm like giving them praise.
Terrible.
I can't remember.
These are great people. I don't know who they are.
Tower House Creative. So if you're on Etsy, definitely give Tower House Creative a look-see. And I believe, Gwen, you had one more that you were kind of enamored with, which was the Secret Shop-In Dungeon. So let's take a look at that.
Yes.
You can kind of give us an idea of who they are. So let me put that link here in the show notes.
So I'm going to be a terrible sales lady here for this group and say I genuinely do not remember what dice I got from this group. But what I do remember is that it came in like that. It came in like a very nice like vial. But I could only ever get it out of the vial like once, because getting it back in, like just the way that the dice are shaped and whatever, it was a nightmare to get back in. And so it's kind of a like once off thing, but then you have like a vial and you can use that for like role play and stuff like that. Like it's a cute little novelty gift.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
The dice aren't really anything special too often. Like they're the kind of dice that you'd find at like your local game store in like a little bit more on the pricey side, because they are like nice quality dice, but they're not the weighted crystal dice or anything like that.
And now it looks like they're 40% off too.
Hey.
So that's definitely but you know, the Etsy, I actually like looking on Etsy for things. There's one here, I'll show you one thing that I just recently bought that I find amazing, and honestly, hopefully, you might find it amazing as well. Let me just go ahead. I'll share screen again, and here we are. So I recently bought one of these.
Yeah.
So the thing I really like about this is the way you use it. So in most, especially if you play games from Modiphius or Free League, the way they have distance set up is that they have far, medium, and near as far as like your ranges. It's no longer like, oh well, I'm going to go out, 300 feet, and that's considered large. It just is basically if you're in this circle of space, you're in far. If you're here, you're medium, and you're close or whatnot. So this is how it's represented, is that if you put your minis or your tokens out here, they are in the far range. If they're here, they're in the medium range, or if you have them here, they're in close combat range. And I've seen foam board versions of these that go for like $80, which is ridiculous. And these are actually foldable.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And you can also get neoprene covers for them that allows you
can
to
mark
use,
on.
yeah, like wet erase. So this is a really cool investment. It's $12 for this, by the way, and then you can actually spend a few extra bucks and get the bag and carry it in. But
Those things must be huge. Looking at the size of the carry tubes.
they're 24 inches
Wow.
diameter, so 2 feet, which is realistically kind of all you need for for a game. I was hoping that they would have other designs. So like, if you didn't say play fantasy, you can have like a modern setting one or whatnot. But I think altogether with shipping, the bag, the cover for it, to do the marker, I think I spend $30 altogether on it. That's even with shipping. Yeah. So it is if you're looking for something like for that game master on the go who doesn't want to like lug all their terrain with them, this is definitely a thing to pick up. And I will also go ahead and put that in our show notes.
Oh yeah.
I tossed a link into the private chat of one that I wanted to go ahead and talk about as well.
All right, so let me go ahead and put that out. I will stop sharing. I'll load that up, and then we can go for it. Oh, I guess that is it. Okay. Yep. So let me go ahead and share screen. I wanted to say something odd like, wow, I didn't even know they published Penthouse forums anymore, but
only if it's true.
All right,
right?
So here you go.
Is that the one I was looking at is mostly the dice towers. So
like this? Because this is the link that you put in the private chat.
It's weird because how did it show differently there?
Hold on, let me chop the tree up here.
Chop some of that off, because the one I have stops at wooden dice tower, Etsy Market wooden dice tower, and there's nothing else.
Okay.
I have one that's like a dragon dice tower.
There we go.
Here we are.
But I'm like, I haven't bought anything from these guys yet, but I think that for when I'm playing virtually, I'm different than everybody else. I'm off here. I could use my dice and have something to drop it into the dice tower and have it randomize it for me without having to try to roll across my desk.
Look, this one even says Christmas gift on it.
Hey.
Some of them are very pretty.
Yeah, look at that. That is really nice. Trying to see. Oh, that's Middle Earth. Wow, $50, and it's like a Middle Earth.
Well, that's cool.
Dice tower. Yeah, This is kind of cool. Oh, these ones have like little dragon designs on it. There used to be a company that I can't remember the name. They recently kind of got canceled because of rape allegations. But oh my god, I own one of their products too. Beautifully made, the wood and everything. But I
Oh, I think
can't.
I heard of that group.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of them at this point. But these, if these are anything like that other company, these are beautifully made. They're sturdy. Um, they use magnets and like hard wood in order to make it. Yeah,
Oh
magnetic
yeah,
wood.
yeah.
So, oh look, you can buy one with that shilly name on it.
Yeah, that one's $89.
No, it's just 49.
It's on sale.
Oh, a Cthulhu one because you know Cthulhu isn't overused.
All of Christmas.
Cthulhu for Christmas is, but no, these are nice, Terry. Yeah, I mean, and again, going into gifts, sure, you may have a gamer who, like myself, who has, and yourself, who has shelves and shelves of RPGs. So buying them a new book is kind of pointless. But a lot of times we don't have, as gamers, don't have a lot of these neat little accessories that kind of make a difference, are really nice to get. And I think the Wormwood, I think that was the name of the company. Maybe I think it was Wormwood or Wildwood, something like that. But actually, my wife bought me one for our wedding anniversary, and then I ended up buying her the like the dice roller tray thing from the same company, and they're really good. So
Oh, Wormwood, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Wormwood. Yeah, Wormwood. Yeah, but like I said, recently they went through some we'll call it HR issues, and they didn't handle it quite well. So as usual, the internet played judge, jury, and executioner, and they pretty much
As one does.
But I think that's really. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff, but I think talking more about like the other cool little things that you can get. For your holiday. And if you really, and honestly, Etsy is not badly priced for things. So you can always find some. And oddly enough, I think some of the unreputable Etsy sellers will go onto like AliExpress or Temu or somewhere cheap and buy up plastic junk and then just try to resell it. So if you see something on Etsy, do a search for it, and you'll probably find it in 3 or 4 other Etsy stores at different prices.
Yeah, the price does go up. I see now. I hadn't been through this to look at it. Depending on the wood you buy, it goes up.
That makes sense.
And the last site I think I'll show, just because we've kind of done, is so let me go ahead and present, share screen. So I talked about this earlier because it is junk, but it's Temu. So I don't know if anyone here is familiar with Temu, but Temu sells all kinds of interesting things at almost like really dirt cheap prices. So I mean, women's lingerie and lounge, you can buy like big booty shorts for $14.
Because that's what we need to wear.
Yeah, big booty shorts, man. It's all about a pit stop cats calendar for $3. What other great items here? You buy Spider-Man glove for $6.
Was that something to do with the toilet up above?
What's that?
There's something to do with the toilet up above.
This way? Oh,
yeah, right there.
Waterproof anti-mildew toilet caulk strip.
Perfect. Excellent Christmas gift. 10 out of 10.
But if you look at RPGs, I mean, you can buy some kind of cool things. Obviously, they have tons of dice, templates there. And the thing about Temu, and not that I'm trying to push Temu because their stuff is garbage, but to be honest, as we're like, if you go to Wish or AliExpress, it's going to take weeks, sometimes months, for it to show up in this crumpled little package with Chinese lettering stamped all over it. I think Temu has some of their stuff here because literally Temu stuff takes like 2 weeks to come in. And, it's very hit or miss, but you can, like, here's a dice roller they have for 18. They have some cool, like, minis, although these are probably done, like, on a 3D printer. But, yeah, so they have RPG stuff. That's kind of neat. Terrain stuff. Let's see. Give me another topic.
Bionicle.
Wow. Or how about just Lego? Let's look at Lego. I'll go back over to comments just to kind of. Yeah, look at this. You can get a Lego Titanic for $12.
Oh, perfect. Exactly what I need.
That's just what my child wants.
So they can reenact the sinking.
Is that a Rancor with a
it's a animal building blocks Rancor minifig. $11, almost sold out. Everything's almost sold out on this damn site.
That's how they get you.
Get your Rancor. Free shipping to you, because to someone else you wouldn't get that free shipping. Let's see. Lego pirate ship. There's a Lego mask.
That's General Grievous.
Oh, yeah. Also, let's see here. I'm just going to type in cyberpunk.
Need to type in the box.
What comes up?
Cyberpunk. So yeah, you can get like this cool, I don't know what it is, mask, or this thing actually looks kind of neat.
Cyber furries.
Some cyber glasses. This is really freaking cool. It's $100, man, but this is great for like parties, for work.
I'll show up to work in it.
Look, and it has love on the side. So it's all about love and compassion as you scare someone to death looking like
it's work appropriate.
My tentacles need to be plugged in.
And then they have as usual, let's see, adult stuff.
Oh God.
Let's see, what adult stuff do they have?
What could possibly go wrong?
I think this is YouTube telling me not to do it, because every time I try to type in, oh no, there we go. Adult.
I'm scared.
No!
So
No!
Immediately demonetized.
Yeah, like we get money. Oh shit, there's naked stuff on here.
Uh-huh.
Well,
and there you're scrolling to show more.
God.
Great job.
no!
All right. But look at all the cheap prices.
And look at what John says.
I saw a wiener.
You could buy a funny inflatable penis costume for like $30.
I don't want that. I never want that.
Now, do you have the adult peanuts costume?
Or a exotic body garter belt bodysuit.
I think you may have hit the point where we say it's time to close the show.
Yeah. You owe me $1 billion. All right. Hey, that's Temu.com, people. If you're into that sort of thing, it is Temu. So I'll wait for YouTube to send me a strike. It's all good. All right, everyone. So I guess it is that time of night when I go from great Christmas gifts to look what porn you can get for cheap.
Oh my God.
It's time to like.
Wow. Allow me to say again, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Some content warning advised. All right, anyone. So we will be back, I believe, next week. And I promise we'll have other content. But I kind of wanted to talk about just, you still have how many shopping days left? It's the 11th? I can't do
You got
now.
like 2 weeks left or
Yeah,
3 weeks left.
there you go. 2 weeks left to go out and buy cool stuff or whatever. Or even if, honestly, and it's not the point of Christmas, obviously. I'm just sitting here talking about, things you can buy. But to be realistic, not everyone has the money to buy gifts. So, I mean, be creative. You can, create a cool card or make a map or write an adventure for somebody who plays games. Those are all things that you can do at no cost to yourself, or grab some clip art, throw it on there. So lots of stuff that you can do for your gaming friends and family without having to break the bank at all. So
That's what GPT is there for.
yeah,
Oh, God.
go capitalism. Anyway, so I'm JC. You can find me on Grindhouse Media and Twitter, and some other thing you could probably find me on, or you can find us here. We need to have a website. I think that's probably the next step. A website that I'll never update, but you know what? It's like
You'll update it once, put a wiener on the front cover, and that'll be the last time you ever touch it.
Yep.
$1 billion.
All right. So anyway, that's me. Terry, you want us any closing notes?
I'm Terry Mixon. Find me on Amazon.
Gwen?
I'm traumatized. Have a good night.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and Bryce?
Nope. Just no.
All right.
Not
Anyway,
even tequila can make this acceptable.
I have a feeling someone's going to go in and edit the show tomorrow. So
I saw orifices being plugged that shouldn't be plugged.
I blame Temu. All right.
See, my brain just blocked most of it out.
All right. So I will end with a couple things, some words of
You're
wisdom.
serious? You don't know. Everybody knows you never go full retard.
That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. And let's see, do we have a closing here that I can go run and hide with? So
The Amsterdam thing.
God.
all right, here we go. And good night, everybody.